Good. Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juice, and tonight we are playing Tyranny of Dragons. Last time, we had quite a bit that happened. Let's see. We had a wonderful super chatter that made sure the Dragon Age hatched. Dragon Egg hatched, not age. That's a video game. The Dragon Egg hatched.
Also a TTRPG.
True. And we play that this Tuesday. If you guys want to come watch that, it'll be fun. And Chance tried to put saffron on it and eat it, to which then he called it saffron. Annabelle called it saffron. So that was the working name. However, it doesn't like its name, and we need a name. So if anyone wants to come up with a name, I'm sure a super chat could definitely get that thing named. Or, if you just come up with a good suggestion.
It's not going to be Denver. Nothing remotely omelet related.
And this little baby dragon is also a red and black mixed dragon. Let's see. Then a few of the members were eating their own fish at the tavern. Up on the table. At first, it was met with some criticism, but then they were told to back off, and so they did.
You were welcome, Pike, for that wonderful muskie that you were enjoying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then Saul was given a baguette by the tavern owner, which he shared graciously with the group while they ate fish. And they saw, what they believed were the cultists arriving in Blackgate, which is just north of Baldur's Gate on the edge of town there. And they basically picked up and were ready to go with Boyd. Drukan was off mingling with the opposite gender, got himself a girlfriend, and in those few days that he was in Baldur's Gate, she gave him some letters, to which I don't believe he has read yet.
Annabelle has.
He's just kind of keeping them. Yep. Then Saul cleaned up in some rounds of gambling. He bet on some horses somewhere. Won a bunch of money. Even bought Annabelle.
I believe I'm legendary now, right? Like I think that my
you are recognized in Baldur's Gate now.
Mm-hmm.
Now you also happen to get Annabelle a dress that changes. It's magical, and as she grows, it will always grow with her. So she wanted it, and you bought it for her. Also, a bag of holding, I think, was purchased by Saphira. And then you guys hit the road.
And it's super fancy, too, by the way. If you don't know, bag of holdings are extremely...
It looks
extremely classy.
It looks a lot like this.
Yes. Very
Yes.
similar. Very similar to that.
It holds 500 pounds, by the way. Just so you know. I don't know if you made a note of that. So then they hit the road. While they were on the road, they... I'm trying to think. I didn't write all my notes down for that. You guys ended up seeing a person who was buried up to their head in the road.
Carlin?
Yeah, his name was Carlin Amoffel. And on his forehead, it said Oathbreaker. And he told you it was because he was buried there and left there for dead because he refused to marry somebody through an arranged marriage, where he would have been forced to join a group of bandits, which was her family, her father and brothers. Which Drukan and didn't believe him, but at the same time didn't find any other excuses within him as to why he would possibly be called an Oathbreaker.
They did eventually find he had a Harper tattoo on part of his body.
Yes, on his forearm, on the inside of his forearm. And then you guys came across three bodies with no faces that were in a turned over wagon. The faces had seemingly been carved off. Similar to another character that used to travel with you guys before trying to murder you so viciously. And
I believe at that point that Saul also did call out that Krank was one of his best friends ever, and he fully supports any efforts that Krank has going forward. and that he really misses him. I think that was actually Saul made a point of calling that out.
100%. Yes, Saul made sure to say it very loudly so that if for whatever reason somebody was in the woods anywhere, they would hear.
Yep.
And then looking around, you guys believed that an eldritch blast had knocked the wagon over, based on the concussed damage on the side, and then also you noticed that the horse was cut loose and ran off into the woods, and you believed that Krank had taken the horse or horses. And that was where we ended the session, at the wagons. Before we jump into things, though, I quickly want to feature our super chat. This is something we do for our games. It gives you guys a chance to award inspiration and other things. So I'm not going to go through the... I will. Inspiration super chat hasn't changed. $5 buys inspiration for a player of your choosing. $10 buys inspiration for me, which I already have 3 villain points. If somebody wants to buy me 2 more so I can auto crit, I would love you. $20 buys 5 inspiration for the player or players of your choosing, which right now we have 5 players in this game, so it would split evenly if you want. $25 buys 5 inspiration for me. Again, 5 inspiration can be spent when at 0 hit points to have 1 hit point and be back up. You can also spend it on any d20 roll to either give yourself an auto crit, you can give another party member an auto crit, or you can implement a natural 1 on the enemy. If we managed to raise $100 in tonight's session, the party will get a bag of beans. That is the special item that was chosen for tonight. If we get to $125, not only will they get a bag of beans, but the person who put us over that 125 threshold gets to choose a magic item that the party will find. If we get to $150, again, whoever put us over 150, will get to choose the magic item of your choice. No limitations, no restrictions. As long as it's in the DMG, we will use it. If it's in any, official Wizards of the Coast product, we will use it. So there you go.
I think the rest of the party needs cloaks of billowing. That's
I'm just saying,
our
two
official
glowing,
uniform.
I wouldn't turn down a second glowing orb. I'm just saying.
Drift clubs are great.
High priority items, you guys. High priority items.
Could you imagine all of us with a cloak of billowing?
Yes, it would be amazing. Are you kidding?
We would be able to basically assemble and
Like a
pose
Justice
as a
League.
group
Like literally.
Oh
it
man,
would be
I just
amazing.
imagine the silhouette.
Yeah, it would be
with
amazing.
with just
chaos.
Also a small dragon.
Yeah, it would be
It'd just be
amazing.
so chaotic.
Would you think anything else is going to happen with this group we have assembled here, Chance?
Right.
No,
Come on.
It has to happen now. I just it has to
Chaos
happen.
is the only option.
So after you guys had investigated the wagons, you guys got back on the road and were traveling. Now, because again, you guys are working, other than Saphira. Saphira's pretty much not. She's kind of tending to the dragon in your guys' wagon. And she's also keeping the horse that's pulling your guys' wagon with your gear in it
If
focused.
Saphira's not working, Saul's not working. In fact,
Saul hasn't been working at all. Who
Saul
are
is
we
not
kidding?
working. Saul is actually sitting shotgun next to
Boyd.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Saul is just trying to
He's
skim,
managing.
beer
Yeah.
and liquor off of the one guy with the giant barrels.
Yeah.
So of the remaining 3 of you, which 2 are actually guarding the wagons on the ground?
I mean,
Sure can, of course.
of course.
Ken is probably the only one working. Let's be honest.
Yeah, honestly.
Pike doesn't mind hard work.
Oh, it's true. That's
well, he doesn't mind it, but he's not going to go out of his way to do it.
right.
Well,
right.
I already got my letter done, so I'm good. I got plenty of
Yeah.
time here now. So
And it's only 8 hours a day. I mean, come on. It's not like we're asking for time and a half.
Drew can. I
Look,
feel
we've
like is
established a
carrying
strong
weight.
union, so you can't get overtime here.
True. Unionized Paizo, guys. Unionized Paizo.
I think that all Paizo employees should have a cloak of billowing. Like, I think that should be part of the.
That's part of the union
remediation.
requirement.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming it's Pike and Drukan. Now, Annabelle, where are you? Are you in
I'm with Saul.
Saul? Okay. So you're probably small enough to sit between Uncle Saul and Boyd. Boyd is relatively nice to you anyway. So yeah, that's fine. However, give me a perception check, Saphira.
Oh, dang. It's a strong 11.
So you've noticed it just seems like Boyd's horses they move a little bit slower than the rest of the horses at times. So, for whatever reason. And you guys are in the third wagon. Occasionally, that wagon starts holding up the rest behind it for whatever reason. You don't know. Nobody else seems to notice that, though.
So it definitely feels like we're holding up the rest of the caravan.
Not you. Boyd's wagon, which is right in front of yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your horses seem fine.
And does he ever like catch up periodically?
Yeah, so it is not uncommon for the wagons to take short little breaks and stuff. Whether it's to get food or just, stretch their legs a little bit. The workers are stretching their legs all the time. So, the people guarding sometimes just need to sit because they're moving at a faster pace than, the rest who are just
Step it
sitting
up,
on their ass.
You don't need to rest so much. You're holding up the line, buddy. Stop enough with the rests, okay?
Oh, are you gonna actually take over my shift?
I'd love to, but I'm
what I thought.
handling busy. I have important work up here.
He's got a blister on his foot.
Yeah, I have a blister on my foot, and I'm strategizing with Boyd here on the best route around these ruts in the road.
Yeah, and when we do stop, Saul has to go and sell the alcohol. He's been doing a great job. He's so eager to get out there and get the alcohol to the other wagons.
I do pretty well at that. You're right.
Yeah. Good thing we're not selling the cheese.
I reach into my pouch. Saul, do you have a blister on your foot?
No, that's all right, Pike.
Okay, because I have a leech if you need one.
No, it's fine, Pike. Thank you though, Pike. But yeah, that's fine.
So Pike and Drukan though, please give me a perception check at disadvantage. It's starting to get a little bit darker. You're at that point right before it gets real dark. When it's really hard to see details in the woods. You know what I mean? And you are still in the fields of, what's it called? Fields of the Dead, I think is what it's called.
Yep.
So you are still in the Fields of the Dead, by the way.
Do Pike or Drukan have dark vision, though?
Yeah.
Probably not Pike.
Okay.
Either way, even if you have dark vision, you can't see color differentiation.
Okay, got it.
So you still are technically at disadvantage to see.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
I got an 8.
8? Okay.
My passive's 11, so.
Okay. So as you guys are walking, again, you're focused. Like there's no doubt about it, but you're a little bit distracted by Saul giving you a hard time about, needing breaks and stuff. And Pike, you're actually really laser focused. However, hearing that Pike, hearing that Saul might have a blister, maybe it's concerning to you. I don't know what it is.
I'm always concerned about Saul.
Yeah.
His,
but for a
foot
moment,
injuries, nothing to, especially his Drylanders.
Yeah. Just
Aren't
for this
you the
moment.
one who's missing a foot, though?
That's why he's so concerned about you losing a foot over a blister.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could spread through an infection.
Yep.
So for that brief moment that you're talking to Saul about needing leeches and you're shifting through your bag, you don't notice. But all of a sudden you hear somebody scream, "Ah!" And then you hear him fall over behind you guys. And when you look off to your left in the woods, you can't see where it came from. When you look back, you see a guy down with an arrow in his side. Everybody, roll for initiative.
Oh, we do see the arrow.
You see the arrow in the guy from the
Okay.
caravan
I
back.
thought that Saul's condition was spreading. Okay, all right.
Okay. And then type it into the side chat.
That's such a dead roll. Oh my god. All right, I got a 3.
Yeah, just type it into the chat of the Zoom call. I'm just looking at something real quick. Okay. It was from the 8th wagon back. You saw the person get laying on the ground, bleeding. Not moving.
Okay, I keep trying to type it into the chat, and I'm using the wrong keyboard, and I keep re-rolling. So the original was a 10. I swear to God.
I believe you.
So-
I believe you.
Sure.
Okay, so far Saphira is the top, right? So we got Saphira, followed by... Jeez, oh Pete's, guys. What is going on here? That's not good. I guess
That's
I go...
nice.
Juice.
I didn't even roll well, and I go second. So, yeah.
It's okay. We have all of our... Well, at least Saul has all of his spell slots and all of his hit points. We must have long rested. So it's okay. We're fine. We're good.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what
Is
happens.
everyone else at full? We must have long rested.
Yeah,
Unless I
Yeah.
we did.
and just like
I
long
mean, it's several
rested
days
on
on
my
the
own.
road. It's several days on the road, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have all my spell slots and all my
Okay.
abilities. So.
Yeah, you guys have been on the road for about 10 days at this point. All right, so here's what I have as the order. Saphira, me, Saul, Pike, Annabelle, and Drukan is last. Feels like that's pretty common, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work on your initiative score. All right, Saphira, what would you like to do? You're sitting up on your wagon. You don't see anything. Actually, you're surprised at this moment. So you do not see anything, and you are surprised.
Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, it is now the monster's turn. So, you guys see coming out from the left, you see these large, armored monstrosities. It's the best way to say it. With sharp teeth, not tusks, but sharp teeth. They're wearing chainmail. They have shields drawn, and they're charging with their long swords. You see the tree line is only about 10 feet off of the road, so there's not a lot of space. And so when you see them run out and start attacking guards, you can see for a split second as they run out. Now, Drukan and Pike, which one of you was on the left? Which one of you was on the right of the wagon?
I would say Drukan would be on the right because he'd have his shield aimed towards the carriage for some weird reason.
Okay.
Truthfully, it's that he doesn't want to be on the left side, the sinister side. So he's standing.
He's got the
Hey,
angel.
now, what are you trying to say about like
That's
That's
left-handed
like
people,
literally
or-
that's the truth, right? Like
No,
the
he's insinuating that
left
lefties are the devil.
yeah, not me. That's just like that's history, right? Like I don't have anything against.
Yeah,
that
that's
people.
conjecture and not real history.
I'll wear it.
I
Burn it all
ensure
Good with it.
down.
All right.
I encourage folks who are watching at home to Google it. It's true, right? Like
So-
it's just
Oh,
true.
yeah.
So Pike's hand is in the bag, pulling a leech out of his bag, as all of a sudden these creatures run up behind him. He puts the leech back in his bag, and when he turns around,
You should have thrown the leech, Pike.
when he turns around, the two of these guys run up on him. One of them swings, misses horribly. That is a 7. The second one that comes up on him swings, and that is going to be a 14. Does that hit?
No.
All right. So 2 miss you. The next one runs up and is going to attack Saphira. So, sorry. You don't have
I'm
any...
inside the wagon.
You're on the front of it. On the
I'm
one
on the
behind
front
that.
of it. I'm
No,
I'm
but there's
in-
2
sitting-
wagons. There's 2 wagons.
Oh.
You have
I
your
was
own, and then
inside
Boyd's.
the back, I thought.
No,
fine.
someone has to steer the horses of your wagon. Who's doing that?
I don't know. The other person they paid to do it.
They didn't pay
I'm
another person.
occupied, okay.
That's
Wow.
That's no, Paula, you don't understand. This is your guys' wagon, not Boyd's wagon. Your wagon because you have a
Oh.
dragon. You are
All right,
driving it
cool.
unless Annabelle was back with you or Saul was back with you.
No, I mean, I guess, yeah, I'm trying to drive the wagon. Okay, all right, so it attacks me. Please proceed.
Yes. Okay, so that is going to be a 16 to hit.
Miss.
What? All right. I didn't realize you had that type of AC. That's all right. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so that's 3. So I need to make little notes of who they're with. Pike, Saphira. An arrow is going to come out and shoot at Saul. And that is going to be a 13.
Yeah, that hits for sure. Saul isn't rocking that
Okay.
awesome AC like Saphira
Okay.
is.
I had no idea. It's only 3 damage. So
Okay.
this bolt comes firing out, or not a bolt. I'm sorry, an arrow comes out and hits you, nicks your arm for 3 points of damage. Nothing too bad. When you look at it, it's not a nice arrow. This looks like something that somebody made themselves, like out in the woods. This isn't like when you buy in like Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
So that is now 4, 5. Okay. And then one more runs out. It runs around the back of the wagon in front of Saphira's wagon and will attack Drukan. And that is only going to be a 14 anyway.
Yeah, that misses.
Yep. All right. So that one is with Drukan. All right. With that, it is Saul's turn. You see 1 to your right with Drukan, 2 to your left with Pike.
My question though is, like, clearly these. Can I see where the arrows are coming from? Right, like these are
The
some
tree
sort of-
line, yep.
Okay.
And you saw something stick out around the tree. It shot, and then it went and got full cover behind the tree again.
All right. And there are 2 on the left with Pike and 1 on the right with Drukan. Of these larger things is what I'm saying.
Correct. 2 on the left with Pike, 1 with Drukan.
And how big are these things? Are they like?
They're big.
elephants?
They're like
Are
6
they-
feet tall. They're fairly muscular. They look goblinish, and they are in armor. They are wearing chainmail and they have a shield. They have long swords. Some of them have javelins on their back.
So I gotta ask you a question.
Yep.
Like, if Saul, not me, because I would never do this, right? But like, if Saul were to get spooked because he got struck by the arrow and just like cast fireball, would Pike be in the AOE?
You could target one of them. What's the radius on a fireball? Like 40 feet?
I think it's a 30-foot radius.
30 foot?
So
It's
60 feet.
So-
it's actually a 20-foot radius.
You could position the fireball to hit one of them on Pike and
Yep.
possibly the one that hit you behind the tree
Okay,
that you know of. There might be more, there might be less.
that is what I'm going to do because
Okay.
I took an arrow, and so of course my immediate thing is to blow my wad and cast my 4th level spell. So that's what I'm gonna do. So Saul is like sitting on the right, on the right side by Boyd, and he sort of gets hit with the arrow, and he's like, and he shoves Annabelle's head down because of course he wants to protect
That sounds so
Annabelle.
wrong.
No, not
I know,
like
I
that.
know.
In a protective manner. Because he's bonded to Annabelle. It's like his little child, right? And then immediately turns and just casts fireball.
All right.
So,
Deck saves, correct?
correct. Hold on one second. You got to beat a 15, sir.
All right. And let me check their stat. Oh, shit. I don't have D&D Beyond open. And I didn't write it down. All right, give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds is up. Oh, it didn't help. That's only a 13. They needed a 14, you said?
They needed a 15, sir.
Oh, 15. All right, so one
Yes.
fails. The next one does get a 15. So
Okay.
we are good there. All right. So one made it, one did not for sure.
Okay.
So roll some damage.
Oh, I will.
And it's still half damage, right? Otherwise.
Half damage for the guy who made it, full
Right.
damage for the guy who did not.
Right.
34 points of damage, sir.
Okay. So the one on Pike catches on fire, falls down, dead. Like you incinerate him. You see even his skin like boils and drips real quick as he falls over.
Nice. I'm picturing Indiana Jones in the Temple of, or Indiana Jones, the first one where the Nazi's face just kind of like melts off. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
You also see not the one that shot at you, but at another tree just next to that, you see another guy, seemingly the same thing, fall over dead. The
Nice.
tree's leaves get scorched and wilt. However, the flame is not on them long enough for the trees to catch on fire. These are pretty. They're well watered trees, if I can say so. We're not in California. It's not like
sure.
anyone forgot to rake up the brush or anything. You know,
Yep.
none of that stuff. So, no fire has started. Okay. With that, unless there's something else you would like to do, Saul.
I think no, that's it.
All right.
That's it.
Pike.
Okay, so the one next to me dropped dead.
One of them. You got one more on you.
Okay, so I turn as because I got my shield and I look down at his charred corpse. Thanks, Drukan. And I go into a rage and attack this other one.
All right.
Oh, wait a second. I need a weapon, don't I? So I'm going to randomly roll to see what weapon I draw.
I love it.
Okay. So,
It's a frying pan.
So I got my longsword. I pull out my longsword.
All right.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
So that's be 13 damage.
Okay. So you hit him. You slice him open really bad. You get right under the chainmail shirt and slice him open. However, and you see blood just spill, like a ton of blood spill. However, he regains his composure and stands looking at you, and you can see he's like kind of got a subtle shake. It's almost like he's in shock, but he's still standing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have enough leeches for this. So, I mean, so I think I got 2 attacks, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, second attack. That is 17 to hit.
Misses. He deflects it off of his shield.
Okay.
His natural martial instincts kick in, and he still blocks it with his shield. And it is now Annabelle's turn. So you are being pushed down by Saul to keep you safe. Probably kind of hard to see like that, too.
Well, she still sees it out of the corner of her eyes, you know. She's pretty observant. And she's like, wow, you're the coolest, Uncle Saul. And then, so there's just the one left then, right? Just the one.
Oh, no.
Pike.
Right now, there's one on Pike, one on Drukan. And those are the ones you see. There's also one behind a tree. Do a perception roll for me to see if you see that one.
That is a 15.
So you do not see the one behind the tree that originally shot Saul.
Okay. But I would see the one, like the 2 behind us, I guess, technically. Right?
To the sides, like right out in front barely, you see one on Drukan over here, and you see one over here on Pike.
And, okay, I'll take a pot shot on the one by Pike using my bow then.
Okay.
And, does a 24 hit?
24 will hit.
Sweet. That's 7 plus 27 damage.
Okay, and what did you do to him?
Just shot him with an arrow, so just piercing.
Oh, okay, so Annabelle like stands up and lets go of an arrow?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
And then a bonus action to hide.
Okay, yeah, you can hide in the cart between everyone. Okay. So when you do that, you kill it instantly. It's not even paying attention to you, and this arrow just like goes right into the right side of its neck and out the other side and stops like halfway through, and he just falls over at Pike's feet.
Awesome stuff.
It is now Drukan's turn.
Drukan is going to pull out his longsword and take a good swing at him.
Okay.
And he'll cast Booming Blade on top of it.
Okay.
So that's a 24 to hit.
Hits.
Let's see. So that's 4 slashing and 2 thunder. And if he moves, he takes 2d8 thunder on top of that.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. With that, so you stab him, and again you're getting around the shield and everything, and you get him really good. You don't cut as deep as you had hoped, really, but it was enough. And as you do it, this thunderous blast, this loud noise, you guys can all hear, and pretty much everyone in the caravan can hear, as it's like boom. And it is now Saphira's turn. You notice the horses all seem a little spooked all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, Saphira is not super concerned about the horses, but she is concerned that her dragon friend is not necessarily that safe with this creature on her. So she kind of slides her backpack off, and she grabs out of this tan bag that she has on her belt pouch this ball of fur, which she throws to the ground in the wagon next to her backpack. And hold please, let's see what happens. Out of this ball of fur is a giant weasel, which is now sitting next to the backpack. Saphira looks at the weasel and says, "Protect," and she'll tell the giant weasel to basically protect the backpack. And then she uses her bonus action to create a spirit totem. So there is a hawk-like creature flying above her in circles.
So this weasel is just guarding the backpack. It's not going after this other thing, correct?
Correct.
Okay, awesome. All right.
So it is staying away. It is not adjacent to it at this time.
I love it. All right, it is their turn. Out from the woods, you see 1, 2, 3 more come out. 2 of them move straight to Pike since he's the closest. And one of them will also run up on Saphira. Then you guys hear a horn from within the tree line. And as you hear that, the guy that is on Drukan gets this crazed look on his face, Drukan.
It's the Horn of Gondor, guys. It's the Horn of Gondor.
He is going to attack you, Drukan.
All right.
Wow. That really... Oh, no, that is good. I saw a 1. I thought I rolled a nat 1. I rolled a 19. It just happens to be next to the 1.
And what's his bonus to it?
That's 23 plus the bonus.
So thy shield to block it then.
27 total. The horn gave him an extra D4 on top of it. Just so
all right. So I wasted a spell slot then.
So he attacks with his longsword and does 10 points of damage slashing from a longsword. And no friendlies near, so he can't do anything else there. All right, so then, Saphira, you have 2 on you now. They both attack you. Does a 14 or a 15 hit? Nope.
Nope.
Great. That sucks. All right, Pike, you've got 2 on you at this moment. All right. 1 definitely misses. That is only an 11. However, a 22 is going to hit.
Yep.
And you're not going to like this one. Due to having martial advantage, he can do an extra 2d6 damage. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of longsword or slashing damage on you.
All right.
And then 2 arrows shoot out from the woods, both at you, Saul, once again. One is a nat 1, so he breaks the string on his bow. You see the bow just like, and he throws it down. The other one is 11, 13, 15.
Sorry, I'm muted. That's a hit for sure. Yep.
That is going to be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
As the arrow strikes you true, probably in your thigh. And that is all of them. Now, out from the woods, you see a guy holding a horn. That's like wrapped around his neck. He's a little bit bigger than the others. He's only wearing half plate armor. And he's got a great sword in his other hand. And he walks straight up. Just imagine this in slow motion. This guy with like war paint, half plate armor, walks in slow motion right up to Pike. As he gets up there, he holds his sword up and strikes down at Pike. Oh my gosh. Really? That is a 9. That misses. So I assume when he swings, Pike just kind of barely moves and just... The big guy loses his footing a little and like snarls back at Pike. And that was their turn. It is now Saul's turn.
Okay. Saul is gonna spend 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell. I'm actually gonna. Oh, first of all, how many are left? There's 2 on Saphira, 2 on Pike, or 3 on Pike.
Right this moment, there is 1, 2, 3 on Pike. One of them's a big dude. You know there are currently 2 in the woods that have shot arrows at you.
Yep.
There are 2 on Saphira. You can't see those, though.
Okay.
And there is 1 on Drew. You might hear them, though, back there.
So I'm gonna... I'm actually going to... I'm gonna quicken Mage Armor and cast it as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast Fireball at a 3rd level at... the 3 that are on Pike and hope not to miss him. Pike, I'm sorry.
Okay. So you can either get the big guy, because he's on the one side without hitting Pike, or you can hit the other 2 who are on the other side.
I want to go for the other 2.
Okay.
I want to take out down as many as I can. There's no point in spending an area of effect spell on one creature, right?
Yep.
Like,
Sounds good.
So
I made it with 1. I did not make it with the other. I rolled a 19 and an 8 on the die.
Okay. So... You know what? I'm going to use meta magic, and I'm going to re-roll the 1, the 3, and the 4. So far, I have 2 5s, right? Okay. I can re-roll up to 4 dice.
Give me a wild magic table roll after this too.
Oh yeah, nice, nice. So right now I have 10. I'm going to re-roll 4 d6s, and I have to use those, but I have 10 right now. So. 4. So 10. Oh my god! Now I rolled 2 more 1s. So 23. Basically, I lost 4 points. It's 23 points of damage. Sorry,
all right,
guys.
you kill 1. The other one is still standing. However, he is badly charred.
All right, I'll give you. Do you want me to wait for my next turn, or do you want the wild magic?
Oh, I want it now.
Okay.
And it's happening in that area, unless it affects the user.
No, it was a 6.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So.
Damn. Next turn, though, I'm going to have you roll one for the other fireball that we didn't roll for. All right. Pike.
All right. So I got 3 guys on me now.
Yeah. No, you have 2. One died. The other one is badly charred, and you have a big dude with a greatsword who's behind you.
Oh, okay.
So 2. One regular one big guy.
Okay.
Oh, he gets 2 attacks. Fuck. I always do that.
And I look at the big guy and I was like, oh, I can do this. And I drop my sword and shield and grab my great sword.
All right.
Because that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to attack.
I love it. Beat a 17.
Not with a natural 1.
Oh.
But I do have an
Saphira
inspiration
will
point.
use. Hold on. Saphira will use her reaction, and you can take advantage. That is what the hawk allows me to do, is offer advantage to one player.
So
per
roll
round.
one more time and see if you hit.
17 on the die.
There you go.
And that would be 11, 14, 16 damage on the first attack.
All right. Yeah, you hit him pretty good. With you're using a great sword as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got my great sword. I mean,
So-
like he's got a great sword. We got it. I mean,
Yeah. You hit. You sever him in his arm at the elbow a little bit. It's down to the bone, but not completely through. He's bleeding, but yeah, he's still going strong. It barely phases him, even though you can see you hurt him.
Okay. So I will attack him. Second attack.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Ooh. Are you gonna drop him?
Noise.
How do you do that? How do you do 20?
So max damage die once, and then just roll for the extra. So if you're using a great sword, it's 12 plus your modifier plus 2d6.
Okay, and all right, so 15. Do I get the rage damage twice or once?
Once.
Once. Okay, that's 28.
God damn it. So you kill him. How would you kill him?
You kill him.
Yeah. I just I hit him. So he thinks he like whacked me really good the first time, and then I go to hit him, and it looks like I swing wildly because I'm sort of off balance because I do have just like a boot as a foot. And he kind of lets his guard down, and that's when I hack his arm, and then I just run him through as he's just standing there dumbfounded.
Awesome. All right. Well, it's Annabelle's turn. Go ahead. Where's my yes no die? Go ahead, Annabelle.
So is the one in the forest with the horn still up?
No, that is the one that he just killed, it looks like.
Gotcha. So there's just the one left then, right?
No, there's a lot more than one.
No, okay, well, I mean...
There's Drukan still has one that's bleeding. There's one on Pike. There's 2 on Saphira, and there's 2 in the woods that you haven't seen yet. If you want to do a perception check, though, to see if you notice the ones in the woods, you can.
That's all good. I'll help Saphira out.
Okay.
I'll take another shot with the bow.
Okay.
How old does Denver have to be before Denver gets an attack?
Denver could attack now if you guys wanted.
Why are you not
no.
having Denver attack?
First of all, I am not sure who Denver is. I'm not sure who this Denver you speak of is. But if you are perhaps referring to the small, innocent, vulnerable dragon.
The Hell Beast? Yeah, I'm absolutely referring to that. Yes.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 hits.
Sweet.
Which one are you hitting?
Whichever one by Saphira. I don't think it so much matters. Neither of them. Have damage,
so right now from your wagon vantage point, you can't actually
Yeah.
because that's behind you guys.
Okay.
Your wagon's in front, so you could do Pike or Drucan from where you're at.
Okay, Pike then. Yeah. And that's 3 plus. That's 20 or 23 damage.
So you killed the one on Pike, you said?
Yeah.
All right. So Pike, you see this? What was it? The blast?
It's just an arrow and
Oh,
bonus
it was another
action
arrow.
hide.
You see another that is right next to you get an arrow right through his neck again. And there are none on you anymore, Pike.
It's disappointing.
It is now Drucan's turn.
All right. Drucan is going to once again try and longsword this guy. That's another 24.
Okay. That'll hit.
For 10 damage. And I'll add in a booming blade, so it's another D8 on top.
Okay. You're going to kill him, so if you just want to tell me what it looks like and stuff.
All right, so 3 thunder damage.
Okay. Yep, he's dead.
Alrighty.
What does that look like as you do that to him?
As he slashes horizontally, the thunderous energy explodes into his rib cage, kind of almost splitting him in half. So he's kind of like accordioning with his internal organs and then falls over. And the Drucan's going to just kind of look around to see what's the next closest one.
The next closest one would be the 2 on Saphira for you.
He's going to head over in that direction to help her out.
Okay. Yeah, you can get there. You can get up on one of them for sure.
Alrighty.
All right, Saphira, it is your turn.
All right. So, since these things seem to have difficulty even being able to hit Saphira, at this point, she is actually just going to hiss back at it and cast Primal Savagery, which allows her to get long fingernails and long teeth that she is going to spring towards it and try and attack it with.
Okay.
That's a 22.
That's going to hit. Give me some damage.
That is 17 points of poison damage.
So yeah, you kill him. What does that look like?
Saphira, being so small, really just launches herself onto the front of this character, and she grabs it by the shoulders and just tears into its throat before pushing it backwards as she jumps off.
Oh, brutal.
And she just looks over at the other one.
Okay. All right. So you guys see from the woods 2 of these guys who were back there with the bows before. One of them's got a broken bow. Do any of you speak Goblin?
I heard it enough times. I'm good.
Nope, unfortunately not.
Nope.
No.
Okay, so you guys hear the 2 say something. One of them yells, and then the other one says something. They both come out and draw their shield and sword. The one, though, that was burned by the fireball earlier, after he comes out and looks at Saul and sees the fire in Saul's eyes, he then turns and runs, whereas the other one charges straight after Pike.
You better run.
15.
That's a hit because I don't have my shield.
For a whopping 5 points of damage, Pike.
Okay, so it's slashing or piercing or
Yeah,
whatever?
slashing. Yep.
Okay,
So it's actually what, 3, I guess?
2.
Okay. So that guy's gone. Saphira's got 1 left on her. Does he run? He does not run. He chooses to stand there and bear down. He is also engaged with Drukan, but he's going to swing at Saphira after seeing his friend fall. Oops. Critical! I'm not going to count it, though, because it didn't go down my dice tray. Okay, that's still a 19, so I still hit you. 6, 7, 8 points of slashing damage, Paula. And you know what? Since I forgot to do my multi-attack earlier, Pike, you're getting another attack. You know what? I owe you one.
He's just mad that
22, and I'm happy about that.
Okay.
For a whopping 4 points of damage, so
Okay.
2 points.
Okay. All right.
I had to. Now, can I get that wild magic surge from you? See if anything happened on Saul, because it is also your turn.
Okay. Wild magic surge. That's a 10. That's a 10. So I or Saul, there's one left, but that's on Saphira and Drukan are sort of like between him, right?
Correct.
And then there's another one that's on Pike with his friend who ran away.
Mm-hmm.
How far away would you say that they are? The guy that's standing by Pike.
So the one by Pike is within 15 feet of you.
Okay. I will bonus action Misty Step and appear right in front of the guy's face, standing in front of Pike, and Saul will just be like, you should have ran like your friend, and turn his hand over like this, and poison spray. So Constitution, like this billowing cloud, like blows up in his face.
Okay.
Beat a 15 Constitution saving throw.
I did not. I have a 12.
So he takes 10 points of damage. God bless America. I mean, I could, you know what? No, hold on. The 9, I'm spending 2 sorcery points and I'm re-rolling one of these.
Okay.
Because screw that. That's a crappy roll. So 9 plus 3. So wow, big deal. Picked up 2 extra points. He takes 12 points of poison damage.
He feels this poisonous gas, and you can see it melts his face a little bit, and as it's melting his face, the smell makes him go "Ugh, ugh," and he starts like heaving, but he regains his composure and he's standing there just fine.
I'm becoming accustomed to melting faces. I gotta admit, I kind of like it. So
all right, I'm still here. You're good. Pike. Oh no, I dropped it.
Okay. So I step around Saul,
Okay.
and this guy's still up, I take it.
Yes, barely.
What weapon is he using?
Longsword and a shield.
Well, yeah, I don't feel like changing back. We're just gonna use this one. 17.
That will miss. He blocks it with his shield.
Second attack. That would definitely be a miss.
What about this hawk thing?
Saphira will grant Pike advantage on that last attack roll.
How does that work? Is that like a once per round thing?
It's a reaction. It uses my
Okay.
reaction.
Gotcha.
So as long as I'm not using it for something different.
Nice.
Okay.
So that's 16 on the die. So that's 22.
I dig it.
So can you dig it? Oh, 11 damage.
Yeah, he's dead. What's it look like?
So I just step to the side, swing. He blocks it with his shield. And then I take another swing. His shield just breaks in half and goes right through him.
I love it. Okay, cool. Annabelle. So you can't see anybody, but you can hear noise behind you as some kind of animal sounds like it ripped into some skin just a second ago.
you're muted, Chance.
There you go. So I would know like the overall layout of like who was where, right? Just because we've been traveling together for so long. So I probably would be able to figure out kind of Saphira was the one back there. So I'll how far away would I need to travel before I could see Saphira? If that makes sense.
About 40 feet probably.
Okay, so a little bit further than where I am.
Assuming you're trying to go right back to the wagon where she was sitting.
I was more so thinking just so I could see the whatever creature we're attacking.
Oh, if you teleport back like 30 feet, you'll be between the horses that were.
Okay, so I'll sneak over 30 feet and loose an arrow at it.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
All right, cool. It's weird. D&D Beyond doesn't let me roll with advantage.
Yeah, you have to do it twice.
Yeah, I was, but a 24 will hit, I imagine.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, but to roll with advantage, you just right-click it and select advantage from the pull-down menu.
Yeah, I was trying, but it just wasn't letting me for whatever reason. So that's 8 plus sneak attack damage, so 9. So 17 piercing.
Yeah, you kill it again. So this thing is like standing there face to face with Saphira and Drukan. Doesn't even see you as the arrow hits the back of its neck, like at the spine of its skull, and the arrow actually comes out its mouth. And he drops.
Does Saul see this sort of like teleportation and then backstab?
You might see the teleportation. I don't know if you would have saw the shot.
Okay, so Saul will audibly sigh and just be like, oh, they grow up so quickly. I've never been so proud. And he just sort of wipes his eyes.
And then I'll bonus action to sneak again.
Okay, so he is dead. It looks like all of the ones that have run out are dead. There was one that ran out and turned around and ran back into the woods that you guys can't see. There's a lot of like bushes and things like that along this area. Clearly this was set up to be an ambush spot due to the advantageous terrain they have. Right.
I'd run to the wood line or the bushes and see if I can see him.
Okay. You are able to get to the wood line with your movement. Give me a perception check.
And you have advantage on that perception check as well. Just to let you know.
I'm gonna give up a villain point.
I think that at some point Juice is gonna kill that hawk. I think.
Well, it only lasts for 1 minute. Okay,
you don't have advantage, Pike. I used a villain point to negate it.
Okay, so I rolled 2 die. You want me to just take the lowest roll, or you want me to roll 1 die?
Just roll 1 die now.
I will roll 1 die. Oh, very nice. 17. It was a 19, but I have -2.
What'd you say it was?
17 total.
So you can see the guy that ran out before is about 70 feet away from you. He's got quite a bit of cover as well, just from the amount of trees between you and him.
Okay. All right, no problem.
You'll just let him run, or
hell no.
Okay, so you probably have another 10 feet of movement if you want to continue to move, and we can stay in. We can continue to go in initiative order.
If I try to run another 10 feet, could I throw a spear? Was that at disadvantage?
It would be at disadvantage, yep. And he's got some cover.
Okay, it's all right. Don't tell me the odds.
Oh, I'm not.
I'll take my spear out and chuck it at it.
All right.
Disadvantage. That's a 1.
So you go to throw your spear, and as you throw it, it slips out of your hand. The spear lodges into a tree about 20 feet up in the air. And it also made it like 30 feet forward, so it's like out and really high up into the tree.
Okay.
You could climb the tree probably to get it back, though, if you want. And as this happens, the hobgoblin continues to run. Would anybody else like to do anything?
Hobgoblins never run. Yeah, Saul is going to begin looting the bodies. And he actually yells out to Annabelle, Annabelle, Sunshine, don't forget, we don't just look in the pockets. Sometimes they have hidden, compartments sewn into their belt line, or there's hidden stuff along their chest. So remember, sweetie, don't just check the pockets. And he's looting the bodies.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Okay. That is a nat 1.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, you start going through it and you're
nothing.
Yeah, you're like nothing on this. There's absolutely nothing on this guy.
I'm hoping Annabelle does better.
In fact, you look at, since it was a nat 1, you search all the ones that were dropped around where Pike used to be, and you are like nothing at all. You don't even find the arrows that were on their back.
I am so proud of Annabelle that my eyes are tearing up, like my eyes are welling up with tears, and I can't see. So yeah, it's precious.
How far away is
we'll never lose these memories.
How far away is the knoll?
The hobgoblin.
Oh, the hobgoblin
that was in the woods.
Yeah.
So from you don't even see him.
No, fair enough. Okay.
I mean, he was way off in there. You saw Pike run to the tree line and throw his spear, but yeah.
In that case, Annabelle's gonna run over to Saul and ask him if he needs any help looting.
Yeah, you read my mind, Sunshine. Yeah, I can't seem to find anything today. It's it's a little much. The stress has gotten to me. So
you're like, yeah, the smoke's making your eyes all teary.
If Saphira saw Pike,
you needed an investigation check, yeah.
Yeah, if you're searching.
I got a 9 on that investigation.
Yeah, you don't find anything either. You see exactly what Saul was telling you about, and you're like, nothing.
All right. Annabelle's gonna use shape flames and kind of mimic Saul's fireball explosion running around, just like excitedly playing.
You guys, Drukan, as you're standing there, you see quite a few guardsmen have been dropped throughout the caravan, and you can see a lot of other bodies too that were of those creatures that have been slain.
I'll yell out to Pike. Pike, see if any of them have any decent armor or weapons we could salvage. I'm gonna go try and help out the guards and see if any are still alive and need healing.
Yeah, you go a few wagons back. There's definitely some guards that are wounded.
Yeah, he's gonna go pass out a few lay on hands.
Okay. Yeah, just do, if you're doing it, you could do like 2 and then they'll be good to go.
Yeah, and then if any need a cure wounds to get them up as well, I can do that as too.
And Saul's only got 3 arrows coming out of his chest, Cam, but that's cool, man. You take care of the guards, buddy.
The Pharaoh will get you if you don't try to eat her.
I don't believe that for a second.
Didn't you kind of like say something about killing Drukan or something a couple sessions ago?
I never.
Or something. There was something.
I have never instigated PvP in this game.
No, but you definitely said you sided with Krank. Before you thought he killed about 3 people at the wagon.
Yeah, he's holding that against you.
That was just for show.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's
still holding them against them.
That's just playing the odds.
Just in case Krank was watching in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we still in order or
no? We're unless you're going to continue to chase.
If you don't mind, I'll take leech now since nobody wants to heal me. The leech does the leech help arrows in the chest, Pike?
He's in the woods.
Of course it does.
Okay, so Pike, he moves. He was at 70 feet when you threw, or 60 feet because you moved that extra 10 feet when you threw the spear. He does a double movement. He's at 120 feet now, or not 120, or 60 feet more would have been 120.
Okay.
You don't see him at this moment. What would you like to do?
So, if Pike would have headed into the woods, though, Saphira would have headed after him.
Okay, you're like 40 feet away from him.
Yeah,
I'm just when he went into the woods. Yep, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably like 70 feet in front of you, Saphira.
I yell back to Drukin. I don't know what condition his armor is. He's still running.
Can I see him?
Who, Pike?
No, the
runner?
hobgoblin that's left.
No, not at all. No, he's like 160 feet away from you easily.
All right, so I look up at the spear that is in the tree.
Okay. You gonna go get it?
I'm not a deaf climber, so probably not.
You just push the tree over.
Would you
He's
like
not that
some,
strong.
some assistance?
Yeah.
All right, so you catch up, Saphira. We'll go out of combat order now.
So
Athletics check if you're climbing, or acrobatics if you narrate how you do it acrobatically. Acrobatically, though, if you fail, could be really bad. I'm just letting you know.
Backflip?
Could land on your neck or something.
Well,
I could give her a boost and she
So
could
I'm
climb
gonna-
up the tree.
You could aid it, and she could have advantage.
Yeah.
so he can give me a boost, but then I'm gonna use the primal savagery as he like pushes me up there. I'm gonna create these huge claws and try and use those to like claw up the tree.
All right.
In the meantime, Sal is going to take a freaking potion of healing and he's going to look at Annabelle and he's going to say, this is why we're in it for ourselves, Annabelle. Our party sucks, okay? Just remember that the healers in our party are garbage. And he downs a potion of healing. And we will remember this, Annabelle. Remember, we are going to be much more powerful spellcasters than these losers. And he gets back.
I love it.
I was coming back.
Oh my god!
for the
Are you
record.
kidding me? So he gets back 4. He gets back 4 hit points. I rolled double ones. So 2d4 plus.
I thought that you were
Get back
so much
4.
better at casting spells
Get back
than
this
I
is-
was.
This is a potion, loser. It's not a spell. See,
Oh,
you're such a great magic.
okay.
You're such a great spellcaster that you can't tell the difference between a magic item and a spell. So
Apparently,
yes.
bitterness has an effect.
all right.
You get the spear for Pike, by the way.
Oh my god. Annabelle will just like nod the whole time and agree. Like, yeah, especially that Drukan guy.
Yeah,
I see Krank's army growing like in a few sessions for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know how that happened, but
someday,
you know.
someday, maybe Uncle Krank will come back, Annabelle, and then.
Well, he sure does sound neat and totally justified.
All right, so I'm going to go over to, as I thank Spear for getting the spear out of the tree. Go over to the guy who had the great sword who attacked me and just see what condition the great sword in. Is it better than my lizard great sword I got?
It's not a lizard greatsword, so some might think so, some might not. I mean, it's a normal greatsword.
Okay.
It does look like it is crafted pretty nicely, though. If you appreciate metal
it's
swords,
just boring steel, though, Pike. Like it's not cool, snake bone or something.
So
yeah.
I will. So can I check, see if he's got anything else on him?
yeah, go for it.
It could not be less ocean themed if it had tried to be.
True.
1 second, investigation or
Oh yeah, give me an investigation check.
6.
I mean, he's got a great sword. You do see a javelin on his back that he did not throw, and he does have that horn that you know about.
Okay, yeah, I just take the javelin and the sword and that horn. What's his armor look like? He's got armor.
Yeah, it's half plate. It would fit you if you wanted it.
No, I don't wear that crap.
Okay.
Chafing.
Well, it is half plate, not full plate.
You're still free balling, right?
Yeah, which
like,
half?
It's like
Top half, probably.
yeah.
I don't know the difference, to be honest.
So I'm supposed to check the armor. So I look at the armor on the other guy. The other bodies are around.
Chainmail.
Okay. What condition other than the one that was burned?
As long as you can cut them in half. The burned stuff looks good. It's the stuff that you
Okay.
guys cut in half that looks bad. But there's enough bodies here that you could find some chainmail if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll just start collecting that stuff in a pile.
Okay. Yep. Long swords, shields. You do see like some arrows with some of them. The ones that don't have arrows and bows have javelins.
Okay. All right. So I'll just start collecting that stuff. That's what Drew Can wanted me to do.
Okay. Sounds good.
After rescuing Pike's spear from the tree, Saphira will go back and assess, make sure that our dragon friend is still safe with our new giant weasel still protecting it. But after doing that, she'll kind of look at everybody and say, you know, how's everybody feeling? Is anybody hurt? Does anybody need any assistance? Or...
Saul legitimately, like seriously and legitimately, turns his back on Saphira and walks away. Like literally turns his back on Saphira and walks away. Chance, you're muted, buddy.
Boyd looks at you, Saul, and he's like, "Well, she was chasing after the pike and the hobgoblin that ran off into the woods."
I'm walking. I'm halfway across the encampment at this.
Is that a
You
limp,
can't-
Saul? Are you okay?
You can't reason with him, Boyd. You just can't. It's
But I
never gonna
can.
work.
We've been traveling together.
We don't need any help from you spellcasters. And that Annabelle will also turn and kind of mimic Saul's cloak of billowing with her hands on her
And
dress.
that you are absolutely correct. It was too, right? Like as I turned on my heel and walked away, the cloak of billowing was just yeah, for sure.
Boyd does tell you, Saul. He's like, "Can you not bring Annabelle back in this? She's really kind of creepy."
Annabelle single-handedly carrying the team.
I think I'm gonna have nightmares of her tonight.
I mean, you
She's-
breathe fire one time and they think you're a spellcaster.
Yeah, she's fine. She's totally fine. You know, she's going through that awkward stage. Like, but she's gonna be fine. Like, so yeah, for sure.
Okay. What you doing, Drew Can?
After checking out all the guards that were injured and not dead, he'll return to the party and look at the Salty Saul and Annabelle.
Salty Saul.
Salty Saul, that's gonna stick. Like, for sure.
And he goes, "All right, Saul looks fine. Annabelle, how are you doing?"
And she won't even respond.
Yeah.
She'll just turn her head and
Great, I'll save it for you.
They're on their own now. They prefer it to be just them.
Noted.
Just remember that. Remember it for
Yeah.
the future.
Just remember that, that Saul completely and selflessly put himself in harm's way to save the entire party, and this is the reaction that he gets. Yes, remember that.
Yes, Saphira, I believe what you meant to say is that Saphira should remember to not use any of the 5 healing words that she gets per long rest, plus any of the, spell slots she has for cure wounds. Definitely don't use those on Saul. That's
Totally.
pretty much what I heard.
I
Right?
am 100% fine with that. 100%
Okay.
fine.
I mean, Tatiana's not really gonna miss you anyway, so
Oh,
she's got me now. I've got a dragon. Come on.
and when you die, she'll also have a cape of billowing.
So
Bold of you to assume Saul's not getting buried in it.
that's right. Well, very bold of you to assume that
I messed up my overlay.
Saul won't, that Saul isn't going to figure out a way. Don't worry, Saul's got a plan. I've always got a plan. Always.
I'm sure you do.
I can't wait. I need to get the evil laugh right away. I can't do it. I'm laughing for real. Too hard to do the. Okay. Picture an evil laugh as
The guy
Saul
from
walks
Wacky
away.
Racers.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
With the dog.
There,
There,
exactly what Drew Can just did. That is exactly the laugh. Yes.
So what?
So after that, he's gonna help Pike salvage armor and weapons and store them in the cart, and try to make sure the pointy ends are not aimed at the possible driver of our carriage in case it explodes.
Annabelle's gonna lean over to Saul there. Be like, so Uncle Saul, we took a look at the monsters, but I couldn't help but notice there's a lot of guards lying on the ground as well.
My assumption was that you looted those first. So Annabelle, let's just cover bases. If they're dead, they're fair game, right? It's just gonna go to waste. We don't want wanderers and passersby to for sure.
And Annabelle's gonna sneak over and attempt to check out the guards that were killed during the battle.
Okay.
We're doing society a favor. What if small children were to happen along and find, horrible, terrible weapons, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
And that's a 19 there.
Oh, on your investigation?
Yeah.
So you do find 14 gold sitting on him.
All right.
On this first guy. You know what? Let's see. You find 28 gold total on all of the fallen guards.
Awesome. Annabelle's
That's not
gonna
bad for 2 minutes work. I'm just saying.
Gonna skip and jump over and give Saul the gold. Look what I found, Uncle.
Saul will pat Annabelle on the head, but and say, keep that for a lesson learned. You did great, and he's just gonna let her keep the gold.
Okay. You also happen to find, for some reason, this one guy has a lot of chalk, just pieces of chalk. You find a couple daggers, a mace, and a couple short bows.
Why chalk? Do all of the guards have a lot of
Nope,
chalk?
just one guy had chalk on him. Maybe
All right,
for
Annabelle's
body
gonna-
outlines or something. I don't know.
Annabelle's gonna take the chalk and a couple of the arrows and leave the other stuff where it is.
Okay. Oh yeah, you just reloaded your arrows. Okay. So you guys are doing this, and as you guys are looting bodies and stuff, we will take a 5-minute break. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. By the way, guys, make sure you eat your vegetables.
No,
grow
don't
big
do
and
it.
strong like the rest of us.
Except spinach, it's vile.
With
Disgusting
that,
weed. Yeah,
I
right.
dare say I'm the best
I want.
physically in shape one here.
I want to
dare
say,
say.
You know,
I'll arm
I don't
wrestle you.
know.
I'll
Peter
I'll
just
place a bet on
unmuted
that.
himself.
Yes.
Yeah, Peter might be the only exception to that.
He's gonna take you on.
This
Peter,
old
how
man
much
will show you
spinach
how
do
it's
you eat?
done. Bring it.
I'll do a triathlon against you, Annabelle.
All right.
I'll go head to head with you in a
I
variety of
am
things.
100% proud of my dad bod, and I own it. Here's
Oh,
the
I got
thing,
it too.
Right? Like, I drink beer and eat pizza and tacos and live my best fucking
And you're
life.
fucking happy.
So, I don't care. I really don't care.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
why not? You're
Yeah.
happy. So I want to point out we've got 3,900 subscribers, and at this rate, I've been at YouTube for like what, I don't know, 7-8 years. If Chance creates another, what, I don't know, 250 profiles a day or something, I'll hit 100,000 subs in like 200 years, guys, and I'll finally get the YouTube silver play button. So Chance, you better get to work, buddy. I need that silver play button. In other words, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button, give us a like, and we're going to continue some Tyranny of Dragons right now. All right. So, with that,
See, Tim in the chat. Tim said spinach is actually not all that great for iron. Tim, you and Chance
Yes!
are going to get
Oh
along
my God!
so well.
It's
Bye.
also
Sorry.
it's just vile, Tim, right? Like, it's a vile, disgusting weed that tastes sort of like bloody metal. I don't
Yeah,
understand how
plants
people
don't
eat it.
like
why do you
yeah.
cook it? Well, just eat it fresh. It doesn't taste like that.
I don't want to eat it fresh or cook it. Again, the
Oh,
only way I
it's
eat spinach is
on
it's a topping
burgers.
on freaking
Throw some
pizza,
spinach on a
right?
burger
Like,
with
No.
it has like mushrooms
No,
and
it's going to start to
cheese
wilt slightly.
and
Come on,
everything.
no.
It's so good. So good. Love it.
Gross.
Or the salad, before you ate your burger. Yes. Spinach salad. Yes. Thank you.
I generally eat fries with my burgers, but there's
It's like a real man.
I can't.
All
I have
right.
diabetes, so
like somebody that is like it's like
I'm with
And
you.
that's what
everybody's
eating
gonna die of
spinach gives
something.
you.
Fries are gonna
Like,
kill
so
me,
you might-
okay?
You might as well enjoy the
Uh,
ride. That's all I'm saying. So yeah.
French fries are going to kill me. If I eat French fries with my burger, I am going to have to cut my feet off from
All right,
a
so with the
diabetic.
exception of
shock.
juice, right? Just-
And 33% of the U.S. population who has
Okay.
diabetes.
Yeah, I bet a lot of them eat spinach.
Yeah, I bet a lot don't.
Oh my god.
Listen, I am not a nutritionist, nor do I pretend to be. I don't play one on TV.
I
I'm
stayed at a
simply
Hotel 8
saying
last night or whatever the
that,
hell
like,
it
I
is.
don't-
Holiday Inn.
I don't-
Holiday Inn. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, all right.
Holiday Inn Express last night. I play a nutritionist now. All right.
Juice's Guide to Nutrition. Yeah, there you go.
No,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
never. I would never. Okay. So you guys cleaned up the road. Started looting all the bodies, leaving them in their underdrawers, and loaded them into your wagon. So you got a bunch of gear. And do me a favor, Pike, and give me a Constitution save.
Oh. Oh, okay. Do I have advantage on those? No. Constitution save. Oh, 17. That's better.
17. Okay. Okay, no problem then. All right, Saphira,
I'm
give
unaffected by the spinach.
me Saphira, give me a Constitution save.
Well, Saphira did not pay attention to the notes about the spinach, and she rolled a salad 2.
Okay.
See, you cooked your spinach. You didn't eat it raw. That was the problem.
I know.
Yeah.
So gross.
Maybe a couple little bugs got in there. Who knows?
Would only
That's just
improve.
extra protein, though. Like, that's that's all good. So
Okay. Sorry, I need to make a note. All right. So you guys get back on the road. You are on the road for another day. You're starting to get close. You hear Boyd tell Saul that you guys are starting to get kind of close to the Roadside Inn. And shortly after that, you guys will have to pass through the Troll Claws. It's a swampy area. And again, it's getting pretty dark, but the caravan wants to push through to get to the Roadside Inn.
Doesn't seem like a good idea at all.
What was that, Saphira? I saw you raise your finger.
So we taken a short rest then?
Not yet. It hasn't been an hour.
Okay.
So again, you guys are moving, and it's not quite pitch black out yet. And you can see the lights of a building ahead, and you can see what looks like a stable for horses, and you see a bunch of wagons without horses attached outside of this area, almost like parked in single file lines.
Do we recognize any of the wagons, and do they appear to be a part of the caravan?
Give me a perception check.
That's a 9.
They look like pretty much every wagon you saw that was leaving Blackgate before.
Got it.
So nothing special. Some wagons seem to be heading facing the other direction though, like they would be heading towards Baldur's Gate. And as you kind of pull up, Drew, can give me a perception check.
Ready?
Yeah. And Pike, you can as well.
Perception.
Yep.
I got a 6, so I will take my passive of 11.
Okay.
9.
Yeah, you see like a guy who's kind of standing outside by himself. He's got like a big hat that covers his ears. He's got like a big sweater. It's kind of brisk out, but it's not like super cold. And he's kind of bundled up, but just standing there. No big deal. And the caravan stops. And you can see some of the guards start making sure that all the cargo is accounted for. Everyone starts leaving their wagons. They lock them up and start heading into not locking them up, but making sure they're sealed up because they're tarp covered, and starts heading into the inn. The horses, someone meets everyone out there and takes the horses over to the stall. Someone approaches you, Saphira, and asks if you would like to keep the horses in the stall. It's only a single gold for the night. They'll be fed. They'll be brushed.
The horses can stay in the stall. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and throw them a gold piece. But
thank you, miss.
The giant weasel is going to come with me.
Okay.
I may regret that choice, but
sounds good. When you make your way into the tavern, the inn, there is a open, you're in a foyer. There is a table. I wouldn't say it's a desk, but just a table you can see under it to the other side. It's just a regular dinner table. And you can see what looks like a box underneath the table, and there's a bookshelf behind it. And someone is standing there, clearly somebody who's tending to this inn. And you see an archway to the right that goes into a eating area where some people are sitting. It's pretty quiet for being kind of like a tavern-y setting. And you see a hallway to the left, and to the next, right next to the hallway are some stairs that go up to another floor. And then there's a door to the right, just inside of this archway on the left. So the archway on the right, there's a door on the left, and you can see a small bar, very small bar. But there are quite a few tables in here, actually.
So remind me, guys. So was this our end destination, or?
No,
No.
we're trying to, catch up to the guys. And I forget the name of the town. Was it Daggerford?
Daggerford is one of the stops.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we're not
On the
there
Tradeway.
yet. That's a good ways.
Okay. All right. So we continue with the caravan for a while then.
So you guys were following the cult of the dragon. That was the hope. However, you are now attached to Boyd's caravan as well. So you are employed by him at the moment. Well, you're not, Saphira, but everyone else technically is. And you do know from when you were in Baldur's Gate that some of the cultists are with this caravan. They just happen to be in the very back.
Yeah, do we see anyone who looks like they might be a cultist?
So right now inside of, I'm assuming you all went inside, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, you do not see anybody inside with you that you recognize. Other than like Boyd and some of the other caravan members, you don't see any like cultists or anything that you remember.
People from the camp and our
Correct. at this
temporary
time.
imprisonment.
Yes. Now, looking into the tavern area, there's a variety of people here. There's a few gnomes. There's, a couple humans. You see some halflings, elves, dwarves. No tieflings. Sorry, Saul, you're the only one. No dragonborn.
Then there's not no tieflings. There's a tiefling.
Yeah, there's a tiefling.
The
Yeah, right.
tiefling.
So if you guys look around at Saul, you see a tiefling.
Yeah.
No Ganassi, none of that. So yeah. And most of the people who work here are either elves or humans. So Boyd tells you guys he'll cover your guys' rooms. He says, why don't you guys come have a drink on him? He appreciates you guys stopping those creatures, and he'll happily get you guys a drink. He'll also pay for your meals, and feel free to get whatever you want on the menu food-wise. One drink, though. No more than one drink. And he looks at you, Saul. He's like, I've been talking to you this whole trip. I know.
Yeah. Saul quickly examines the menu and orders the most expensive drink and the most expensive meal. So
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
for sure.
So they don't have a lot of variety of drinks here. You are able to get like an elven spirits. So you're able to get some of that. That is probably the most expensive because it's also probably been sitting around and aged the longest.
Nice. I'm in.
Now, as for food, they have a variety of foods here.
Just
Variety
no
of
spinach.
birds,
As long as-
quail.
As long as it doesn't have spinach, Saul is.
They actually specialize in spinach.
Well,
Cooked spinach.
They must all be anemic. Oh, these poor souls.
They don't look anemic at all. In fact, the only one in this building that looks anemic is Annabelle with her ghostly white skin. So, in fact, everybody asks you if you're okay. You look very sick as they walk by you, Annabelle.
They got
I
any
ate-
fish?
They
have lots of fish.
spinach. As a
They have
young
frog
girl.
legs, too.
Oh, even better.
They have a lot of things you might be able to find near swamps. Like
Okay, good.
food. They have a lot of variety of food.
What's
It's
the
just
water?
drinks they don't.
What's the water? Do they have water?
No. Nobody drinks water. Come on.
Don't have any water. It's pretty brown and muddy here. So.
Yeah. They
Swamp
have a
water.
special
There's
brown
tons of
brew.
swamp
It's
water
got all the
outside.
nutrients in it.
They're-
Lots
So-
of iron.
So as you ask them if they have water, they say no. Why? I mean, nobody really drinks water when they come to these establishments. Are your gills pretty obvious and stuff?
No, but
Okay.
it looks like I'm sweating all the time.
Okay. Man, do you need a bath?
Why?
You're
You know,
really
it
your
appears to me
perspiration.
The proprietor of this establishment is very rude. First, she calls first. You called out my.
No, this is Boyd. This is Boyd.
Who? Oh, it's still.
This is your buddy Boyd, who's been paying you and offering you food. He's also been enjoying some libations since the attack. There's a lot of drunks, even though it's pretty quiet in here.
My kind of place.
So I will order the most expensive drink since I saw Saul do that and hand it to him.
All right. It goes down like just easily. It's so good. It tastes delicious. So as you guys are sitting here, let's go Drew Can this time. I don't think I've had him do enough. Or no, Annabelle never gives me perception checks, do you? Give me a perception check, Annabelle.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a natural 20.
All right.
That's a 22. Very perceptive.
You see Carlon go and sit with the porcelain merchant who's been traveling, and Carlon continues to like watch you guys. You know, he doesn't like, not in a negative way. He just keeps looking over at you. But as you're watching him, you see somebody off in the corner just kind of staring at you, and then kind of as they notice you, they kind of look away.
Interesting.
It is a human, by the way, who's looking at you in the corner.
Annabelle's gonna tug at Saul's little cape of billowing there and be like, I think we found a sucker there, Saul.
Saul is Saul's busy stuffing his face with the most expensive meal on the menu and sucking down his drinks. But he kind of pats Annabelle on the head and he says, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, honey. Go run along. Don't get into trouble though.
Annabelle's just gonna order what Saul ordered and then proceed to eat.
Okay. Now, as you're sitting here eating your wonderful, delicious food, because you rolled so well, Annabelle, you can hear somebody at the table next to you. It's one of the mercenaries that's been traveling with you guys, talking about, flying castles and giants, like, on the Sword Coast, and how he just one day would love to see, either of those things, because it just sounds so amazing to him. To slay a giant would be great. And
Annabelle's gonna look back at him, kind of size him up, laugh a little, and then get back to eat him.
Okay. All right. You see over at the door, Drew Can. You see some of the people who were traveling in the back of the caravan walk in that you recognize. And as they walk in, they appear to get a room and go straight upstairs. It was only a few of them, though. You know it wasn't all of them.
Jucan knows he can't really follow them wearing his splint mail. He'd make too much noise. He is going to find Annabelle and mention he saw some suspicious looking folks that might have a lot of money and might be the people we're trying to, capture and kill. Would you mind sneaking up and seeing if you can overhear their conversations?
Annabelle.
That seems a little out of character for Uncle Drew K.
That was very manipulative.
Yeah. That was,
I was thinking, what is your alignment?
That seems like a solid
neutral
move
good
right there. So
Look, he's got to do what he's got to do to get by.
Everybody's got a character arc.
Annabelle's gonna size Drew Can up. and be like you'd know who a good mark is, lover boy, and then get back to eating.
I'm gonna go to Saphira and go, Saphira, I think I saw some of our, the guys we're supposed to be looking for. Head upstairs. Would you be willing to turn into, say, a small critter and creep upstairs and try and eavesdrop?
Yes. However, while I'm gone, I need you to take really good care of Saffron. So she currently has Saffron sitting on her lap, and she's taking pieces of cheese or meat off her plate and feeding it to Saffron and throwing.
So you're just sitting out in the middle of a tavern with a small dragon on your lap.
Well, no, I'm trying to hide it underneath my backpack a little bit.
Okay.
But I am also throwing pieces of whatever. What does a giant weasel eat?
Anything?
I don't know.
Table scraps,
maybe
trash. It's a weasel. They aren't picky.
Okay, so she's just throwing things down to the weasel as well. But she tells Drukan that he's got to keep Saffron safe while she's gone.
Alrighty.
Typically, I think weasels eat snakes, right? Don't they eat?
And puppies and kittens.
Oh yeah, but they're not picky. They also dig through garbage and shit too, don't they?
I always thought that. I think you're thinking of a mongoose. I always thought that they were.
That's a mongoose that eats the snake.
Yeah, but that's still in the weasel family.
Is it a weasel family?
A weasel is like a overarching group of things. I think.
Yep.
This one probably looks like a giant ferret.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like mongoose, ferrets, they're all kind of like weasels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're those long, sort of rat.
They're like
technically,
shellfish?
isn't a wolverine technically a weasel?
No, it's a badger.
Oh,
honey badger don't give a fuck. I'm just saying. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, Juice. I forgot that we're.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm undefeated, so I have no
complaints. Honey badger really doesn't.
No. Weasels are definitely their own thing. They're of the genus Mustilia, which includes everything that we were talking about.
Okay.
But a weasel,
we don't know science species thing.
Chance's Guide to Biology.
We have
Chance's Guide to Basic Google searches.
Moving along, Saphira is probably going to try and head towards the stairs. Drukan said that they went upstairs, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to try and head towards the stairs. And when she gets into a place where maybe it's kind of dark and nobody can see her, nobody can pay attention to her, she's going to turn into a cat. And then she is going to climb up the stairs.
Okay.
And walk along upstairs and see if she can find these people.
Yeah, give me a stealth check at advantage.
So I got a 14.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you walk up there. Cats are quiet, so you don't think you made a single noise going up there. As you go up there, you can hear some talking coming from the last two rooms down the hallway.
All right, so I'll just make my way all the way to the end of the hallway, and I'll start with the last room.
Okay. Are you just gonna sit at the door and listen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
the doors are closed.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna try and if I can find since it's the last door, maybe there's a corner at the end that's a little bit darker or something like that. But yeah, Saphira will just mostly just sit outside.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Drukan, what are you doing with this backpack and weasel that were left with you?
I'm doing exactly as Saphira mentioned. I am feeding them, and in a low draconic tone, trying to be muttering to myself look like? But I'm really trying to talk to Saffron in the bag.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check.
Alrighty. Uh, 14.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to keep the dragon relatively happy giving it food. You're able to keep up with it without it getting upset or, acting out.
Annabelle's gonna notice Drukan's talking to himself and casually mention, "Hey, Drukan, I know you've been lonely these last couple days, but you're kind of weirding us out."
Too bad. And he just grins at Annabelle.
Boyd like looks around and he's like, doesn't he have like a bunch of letters from some girl or something? He's not lonely at all. He's free.
Annabelle's gonna look, gonna kind of cover her mouth and whisper to Boyd, like, "Does that look like a free man to you?"
Touche.
That was a 19 on that perception check.
Okay. Yeah, so you can hear from on the other side of the door. I think he's going to join our caravan. I don't know. He doesn't talk, like, at all. Well, and then you hear another voice pipe up. Well, it is what it is. I mean, whatever. It's the boss's choice. And other than that, you just, over the next, 20, 30 minutes, I mean, just small talk, nothing else, that you can really glean about your mission or any of that stuff. Just what are you going to do when you get home and stuff like that.
All right. Well, they're not very exciting. I'll move on to the other room that was making some noise that had some people in it.
Yeah, that one has gone quiet over the half hour, almost like they went straight to bed.
Well.
Losers.
I could wake them up, but they might not be very happy.
As you're listening outside that door, though, one of the other doors opens behind you. A gnome female comes out. She seems to have her gear, like a backpack and everything, almost like she's checking out, actually. And then as she takes a couple steps, she notices you and looks over at you and kind of squints. And then after doing that, she just goes right back to what she was doing and walks down the stairs. Her bag's not very big. It's a pretty small bag.
Well, I mean, in fairness, she's a gnome. It really can't be that big. Right?
I mean, Saphira's a halfling, right?
Yeah.
I'm still bigger than a gnome, though.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can gather about her by sort of observing her and her belongings and what's on her person, how she's dressed?
She's wearing a hat that has a feather on the front, not a big one. It's just a white feather. Has a little rope thing coming off of it, going around towards the back, real decorative. She does have a looks like, give me a perception check.
Okay. Well, that is a 23.
She does have a sheath for a sword on her back. She's got brown leather boots. Seemingly has a light armor of some sort on her, like a hide or a leather or something. Your character probably doesn't know a ton about armor types and stuff, so it is a light armor though.
Excuse me, I am proficient with light, medium,
Oh,
and
I'm sure
shield.
you're proficient with wearing it. Yeah, that's great. I would probably not put Saphira up there as an armor expert or something, though.
I mean, that's valid, but...
Give me an intelligence check. How about that?
Oh, whew, that one's gonna be rough. Okay, well, I definitely don't want to use the cats, but that was a thought. I got a 3.
On second thought, you just think it's brown clothing and not armor at all.
Does she leave the door to her room open when she leaves?
No, it is closed. Who leaves the door open to the room?
Well, I don't know if she was like checking out. Maybe that's their checkout policy. They
Leave
just
the door
leave
open?
the door open.
Again, in fairness, she is a gnome. Maybe she couldn't reach the lock to relock it as she left.
Neither can the cat.
I feel like Saphira's
Or
gonna
the
do
halfling.
the standard cat thing where she tries to like fit her paw under the door to pry open. But she can't. She probably can't really get it open.
Give me a sleight of hand at disadvantage. I don't know.
You know what cats can do? Cats can jump really well and get into windows.
They can.
On a second floor of a house?
I've seen it. Yeah, sure. Cats can do it. I actually had a cat, and this is a true story.
We had 3
that like jumped against the screen window. When I was living on the second floor, jumped against the screen window. The screen came out. The cat fell down.
Oh yeah, that happened to us.
Go ahead, Paula. Tell them the story.
Landed on its feet. Was fine. Yeah.
You might not believe me, but actually, with the disadvantage, I got a 16.
I don't believe you.
Because I rolled a 14 and a 20. So, I got a 16 on that.
So the door seemingly was unlocked, and in fact didn't latch fully. And as you're pawing under it for some reason as a cat, the door just kind of slowly opens.
Saphira's gonna make her way into the room and just kind of check it out, see I don't know what's in this room, if it's just like a bed or a desk or something like that. But maybe if there's a desk, she'll just like jump up there and see what's left on the desk. But she'll probably just sort of generally investigate the room.
Okay, sorry. Chance shared the funniest shit in the Facebook group.
That was me.
Or not
I'll take
Chance,
credit
I
for
meant
it.
Martin. Did you see it?
Yeah.
It's quality.
I love it. Okay. Anyways, I did show the viewers on my end, but yeah. Okay, so give me a perception check.
Okay. That's a 10.
Okay. So the bed is made. It doesn't really look like anything else stands out in this room.
I'll probably look under the bed to make sure she didn't leave anything under there.
Yeah, you don't see anything. Just some dust. Clearly has not been slept under there.
Housekeepers really slacking.
Mm-hmm.
Is the window open?
It is not.
But you
Okay.
could leave it.
You could fall out the window like our old cat did, and apparently Bill's too.
Our cat did that one time. It was
He
on
was
the
sleeping.
second floor.
He was fat
floor.
and sleeping against it.
He
He wasn't fat. He was actually really muscular, actually.
But he was just like a giant cat. Like his head was huge. It's like, anyway, fine.
We found him under the porch like 2 days later. He would not come out from under the porch.
He was scared of.
He was terrified
everything.
for 2 freaking days.
Anyway. So, I guess, yeah, I'll just get out of this room. It doesn't seem like there's a lot going on up here.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in the people across the hall that they didn't have a more dynamic and exciting conversation.
Yeah.
I think you should poop on the bed before you go. Like I literally.
Assert dominance.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
How
cats
how
do.
is Saul different than Luther again? Yeah, let's go do. Let's go.
The
Let go
overlap
of bodily
between the
fluids.
characters
Saul
is
has
where
a
it's
tail.
just
Like,
pure
there you
Bill.
go.
Luther thinks he does, depending on the shrooms he's on.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. So you leave the room and turn back to your human form or human halfling form.
Yeah, but I'll wait until I like exit the stairs
Yeah.
in the entire sort of second floor.
Yep. You
And
time
I'll do
it
at that
perfectly
time.
as you're walking down the stairs. Boom. Back to your halfling form.
Perfect.
When
And-
you do come down. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
When you do come down, you see that gnome woman, and she is sitting at one of the merchants' tables with them, and that is the exotic wood supplier from Cholt that you know as it's a female moon elf that she's sitting with named Edhelry Lewell. And she's been fairly nice when you guys have talked to her. There's never been any issues with her. You do know that she is one of the people who lost her mercenaries to those creatures.
Oh, okay. So maybe the gnome's some sort of amazing fighter.
I mean, why would you think that? You think she's not even wearing any armor.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, like Pike doesn't have like hardly any clothes on, and he seems to be doing all right. So
Yeah, what is Pike wearing right now?
you never know. Don't estimate the little people, okay?
3
You don't know what they're
words.
capable of.
Washboard abs. That's all Pike's got.
I mean, the picture behind him, it looks like something's on him.
That's a shield.
Oh, yeah, that is a shield. Okay. Never mind.
He's just got a rope.
I actually thought that was leather armor, to be honest.
It's my turtle shield.
Just the abs.
Are you literally in a loincloth right here?
No, it's like a grass skirt.
All right. And no shirt?
So perfect.
Nothing covering your eyes?
I don't know. I mean, like it depends.
It is
depends
a
on the
little
weather.
chilly outside.
It's a little
Yeah.
brisk,
So
you
so
know?
yeah. So
The
there's like
proprietor of the inn points up to the sign that says like no shirt, no shoes, no service.
well, I got sandals, so you know.
Yes, he's covered. He's probably got a
No,
vest
actually,
on.
I got those boots, so I'm wearing a grass skirt with boots. And
a boot.
yeah, well, no, I got matching.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, Chance was just telling you about it, right?
Oh, a boot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's that
okay.
all about?
So I've got like a long like cloak, but cut off with the sleeves. I wear, you know.
Okay.
In case it gets a little chilly or something formal, you know. If some
Yeah.
of these people want formal.
And you can just like
Love it.
wrap it around, you know, like a kilt, you know,
Mhm.
right?
See,
Okay.
the party needs cloaks of billowing. Do you have any idea how epic it would be if Pike had a grass skirt and a cloak of billowing? I mean, come
We
on.
are $150 away from 2 cloaks of billowing, should that be what somebody wants.
Yeah.
I don't know if Saul would actually like it though. I think
I mean,
it
someone
would just
It
detract
might
from
detract
himself.
from
No.
him.
No,
there's
never.
there's no way. Like
He's the
Saul is-
OG.
Yeah, well, not only that, Saul is, nothing if not convinced of his own just magnificence.
He's
right?
a
Like,
trendsetter.
it's like, literally it would just make him look better. So yeah,
Oh,
by
yeah.
comparison.
He realizes they would just be copying him.
Exactly.
Hear me out. Saul, but with not 1, but 2 cloaks of billowing.
Oh, he could wear one around his
Twice.
waist?
Twice the billow.
All right,
Pillow.
okay, I'm in. Yeah, right. Twice the billow, twice the fun,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Oh man. Okay, so Saphira's gonna go in and sit down next to Drew Can, and she'll sort of slide Saffron back over onto her lap, and she'll kind of let Drukan know everything that she was able to hear up there.
Hey, Saphira, what's that? What do you got in that sack there? What is that, Saphira?
It's just some cheese.
I want some cheese. Let me have some cheese.
And then I got the bag of holding too. You got cheese on your plate, man. That's like your second plate too. You do not need any more
You're
cheese.
hiding that sack down there. Like there's something. I don't believe there's cheese in there. Let me see. What is it?
Boyd leaves some money on the table and says, as the server comes up and says, "All right, this is for everyone's meals and drinks. The rest is on them." And he gets up and.
What do you mean the rest of it? He said that it was
on
him.
Yeah, I would get the meals. You guys had your meals.
And the drinks.
Drink.
Okay, and the drink. But it was a drink for everyone.
Yeah. And that's what this covers. And the waitress is like, yeah, that checks out. You guys are all set. Okay. And he heads up. And he says, and their room will be on me in the morning.
And Annabelle, due to drinking the ale and her small stature, is going to be slightly plastered.
Yeah, give me a con save, Annabelle.
Fair enough. That's a 13.
Okay. You are definitely feeling it.
Yeah, and she's gonna kind of talk to Saphira, and she's gonna be like, "How good was Drukan's mark detecting skills?"
I mean, it's the spot on. Honestly, they've got a good amount of, there's good opportunity up there. That's all I'm saying.
So how much money did you get?
Well, I was not part of the physical acquisition of the funds.
Annabelle, not, doing what you and Saul have been doing lately.
Typical spellcasters. So typical.
Wait, did you let her drink?
I was eating my meal. The Drukan was watching her.
I was watching.
Quite frankly,
she doesn't count as one.
Drukan is a horrible, role model and example. I'm just saying, he was forcing liquor upon her. He didn't even drink his own drink. He pushed it at her.
Annabelle was under your watch and your protection, and she's like your little child.
I was trying
sister.
to get relevant and pertinent information for our quest from Boyd. And I Drukan was clearly in charge.
Of food? Yeah,
and
I'm sure about that.
He failed. I there's no other way to say it. I'm sorry.
Drukan failed.
Yes.
We all failed. It takes a village to raise a child.
Annabelle's gonna drunkenly say, "Typical Drukan fails the whole village."
Oh my gosh! Somebody go put her in bed, please, before things get worse. And she looks over at Saul when she says that.
Yes, it's about time. You are right. It's about time that the adults took over and that somebody stepped in who's actually capable of taking care of a fine young woman such as Annabelle. Annabelle, come on, let's go upstairs.
Annabelle will be like, "I completely agree, Saul. Drukan, it's past your bedtime."
Yep, pretty late. But I think you need to go to bed first.
Oh, that's rich.
Why don't we all go to sleep? Okay? I think we all just need a little bit of shut-eye.
True.
Okay. So you guys all go up to your rooms. You can stay either in your own rooms individually. There are plenty of them. Or you can share rooms if you need to as well. It's up to you, however you want that. in the night, everyone give me a perception check.
Oh. 11.
Same here.
11. 8. Oh, yeah, you're at disadvantage, Annabelle.
9.
I don't think it would have helped.
And 13 for Pike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Saffron get a perception check?
No. We don't need that baby perception. Okay, so Drukan. Throughout the night, so for all of you, throughout the night, but Drukan hears some kind of commotion outside. You can't make it out. It was a very quick, like a loud bang. Not bang, but more of a like something fell over. It sounded like if you were sleeping and you heard like a gust of wind,
like someone dropped a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, or like a trash can got blown over by wind, something like that. Saphira, you hear the same exact sound. Saul, you said you had a 9. You sleep like a baby. Annabelle, you're passed out. In fact, Saul, you probably hear Annabelle snoring, whether Annabelle's in the same room as you or next to you. You hear her snoring. Pike, you heard that, but before that, you were overhearing some people talk about lizard men and snake men, and possibly even trolls that might lie ahead on this journey.
Okay. Is this down in
the troll claws? Yes.
Is this like at the bar? I heard.
No, you are in your room. You actually overhear somebody across the hallway talking about it. They're really loud in their room. A couple drunks.
Oh, okay.
And then sorry, go ahead.
When I hear the loud thud, Saphira would probably like go outside the door and like open up the door and just look down the hallway.
Okay.
See if there's anybody in the hallway, if anybody's doing anything.
Yeah, when you go out into the hallway, you hear yes, Uncle Saul.
Probably. I was just gonna say too.
Drukan's a sucker ass Mark.
So Drukan is gonna get up, put on his boots, grab his longsword. He's gonna wake up Carlton to let him know that he's heard a thud from outside.
Who'd you wake up?
Who the hell is Carlton?
The Harper guy.
Like...
The Harper guy.
Okay. Do me a favor. Give me a straight intelligence check to see if you know which room he's in.
Okay.
One of Drukan's strong suits.
Nope. I got a 7.
So you think you know what room he's in. You didn't see him go in there, but for some reason you think you know what room he's in. And you still want to try and open the door? Or knock on it?
I'm just gonna kind of say in a hushed tone, Carlton, you there? Carlton, wake up.
You don't hear a response.
That's not creepy. That's not creepy at all. Sure, you're laying in your hotel room and somebody's standing out your door. That's not creepy at all.
Yeah. So Carlin doesn't respond at all. You don't hear any response.
Armor.
No, he takes his armor off before he goes to bed. He does not sleep in it.
That's even creepier. There's a naked guy standing outside in the hall.
He's in his pants and boots.
Yeah, what's weird about that?
Yeah. And so he's gonna, after he doesn't hear anything, he's just gonna slowly make his way downstairs and try to peek outside to see what kind of thing caused the thud.
Okay. When you look, you see your guys' wagons lined up. Give me a perception check.
16.
Okay, yeah, so you see your wagons lined up, all on the right when you look out. They're on the right of the road from how you're looking at it, and they're kind of going back. You see what you think is... you see what looks like someone's boots at one of the last wagons, sticking out from behind the wagon.
On the ground?
Yeah, like someone's standing there. But you don't see like their face or anything like that. You just see their boot kind of sticking out past the wagon.
You can kind of stare at the boots for a moment and wait to see if they move.
What was your perception again?
16.
Okay. They don't seem to move. They just stay there.
Even weirder. So he's going to try his best to creep forward.
Okay.
And
give me a stealth.
Around. Huh?
Give me a stealth roll.
Alrighty. I don't have to do disadvantage this time because I'm not wearing my armor. Hooray.
You just had to be naked first. I'm kidding.
Ooh, an 18.
So yeah,
the wagon and there are 6 cultists there, and you're not wearing armor.
Nobody. If you ever tell this story to Saul or anybody, they are not going to believe you snuck up on anybody. Just so you know, especially as gracefully as you are right now. Like, you are amazing. You make Dritz look like a chump. So you sneak up around this, and you're all sly, like in and out of the wagons. And, when you come around because you're trying to get all the way up there to see, right?
Yep.
As you come around there, and you see this person, they are actually leaning back against the wagon, and they have a bunch of blood down the front of their shirt. And you recognize this as one of the cultists. And as you're standing there, you hear some noise coming from the door of the inn.
Of the inn?
And as you look, you see a couple mercenaries that have been traveling with the cultists coming out of the building. And we are going to end the session right there. So with that, you guys need to check out all of their links in the description below. I just realized I didn't let you guys introduce yourselves at the start of the session. I'm sorry. So you can check out Martin, who's playing Drew Can. You can check out his Twitch channel. Pike, who's being played by BN Drake. You can check out his YouTube channel. Chance, who's playing Annabelle, has a lot of shit. Like we said earlier, 250 channels. You can follow him on all of those. Subscribe to him, and 250 subscribing channels will subscribe to you. Paula, you can see on this channel. We have a new stream starting tomorrow night on this channel. It is going to be a campaign, a DnD5e campaign in my homebrew world. I'm pretty excited about it, and I hope you guys will join us for that. We will start at 8 p.m. Eastern, probably go to about the same time tomorrow night, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. So don't forget to check out Bill. Yeah, don't forget to check out Bill's YouTube channel. He hasn't put a video out in over a year, I think. He's gonna start putting up homebrew stuff though about the adventures he writes, I think.
Actually,
so
yeah, don't look for me on YouTube.
Yeah, look for him.
Not there.
The
Like,
videos are evergreen. It's okay.
Yeah, go watch his reviews of Beck Me, of all of that stuff. He still needs to start doing stuff about old school essentials and take back the hobby that he loves. So I'm waiting for it.
I actually might start doing. Anyway, never mind.
See, he's gonna do it, guys.
I enjoy old school essentials. I'm waiting for Peter to run that freaking game again, because now he's he kind of started and he just left. So.
And we will be returning hopefully in November with our Friday evening Beck Me campaign. I just need to get everybody on board. I can't get everyone to respond. So we will be doing that on Friday evenings, hopefully in November, every other week, I think. So yeah, I don't know. We'll figure out a date and get you more information about that later.
So there you go. If you want to find me, you could find me here. So
yeah, I should just write. I should add you to my About Me page on the website since you're here more than anywhere else. Roll Stats is officially part of Master the Game. There you go.
Hey, actually, I heard you talking on your stream the other day that you're looking for somebody to write blog posts for you, and
I am.
I would totally be down to write some stuff for you. So
oh, that'd be awesome. All right, yeah, I'll definitely talk to you about it then after we get off stream. That'd be awesome.
Okay. Yep.
Cool. All right, guys, thank you for watching. This is Master the Game. I'm Juice. Game on. I like pointing when I do that. It's really fun.